We're here to have some discussion on confirmation of access for Maverik property. Turn this over to Commissioner Zimmerman.
Okay, Maverik sent us a plat this morning, and they have three access points. And right now they're in the process of being approved by their engineer, their traffic engineering. So I think we can approve it upon getting word from their traffic engineer that these access points are good.
But don't we have to have an approval from Public Works?
P&Z.
Public Works approves whatever you call those access points. There's a permit.
Okay, we probably should ask them and see what they.
I realized what you were saying yesterday. I would have said something then. So I think there's a permit whenever you access a county road that
I think they
Public
probably
Works
already have
issues.
that, but we probably better make sure.
Should we just call Public Works and see if they can come up?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Would you call and ask if one of them could come up and answer some questions about access points?
Yes, good idea.
So we don't end up doing it twice.
Yeah.
Matt, do you know if there's a permit for access? Unless, no, we haven't given that road away yet. Smelterville didn't take it.
Yeah, they did.
Smelterville took Commerce Drive and the maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we discussed it. I didn't remember that they ever.
It should be in when they did this should be prior to them taking it over. I think
Because I don't think they've taken it over yet. So
yeah,
I don't think they officially, I know they made that comment, but I don't think they ever followed it up with a.
They noticed it out. It's been noticed to the public. So I don't know when.
So if this is a city road, then we wouldn't have any say in it anyway.
We'll have to ask those guys if they did it before. That's a good point.
I don't know. I knew that they asked us about the idea, but I didn't know that they'd ever finished the act.
Stephanie's coming maybe with Jessica.
Okay. Thank you for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. Well, while we're waiting, can you give us any update on where they are in their process?
All they have to do is they're going to finish this up,
The approaches.
and then they're moving on from there, and it looks like they're headed in the right direction.
So everything else is working out.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
So the question has come up, yeah.
Okay, so we can see.
And so there's 2 or 3 questions.
Okay.
Does the county still own Commerce Drive in Smelterville, or did Smelterville?
The county still owns it. It is still in the works with Smelterville taking over. I believe they had to submit some stuff down to Boise to the state to get the process finalized. It just isn't finalized yet.
Do we have they already gotten permits for these?
So
access
they
points?
had a meeting with us with the approaches
Mhm.
that they want to do.
Mhm.
And then about a couple weeks ago, somebody called me for the approach stuff. And since it's going to be through the city of Smelterville,
Mhm.
they would have applied for us and they wouldn't really go anywhere. We can't tell them, after it's city, they would have to reapply with the city. So they were kind of waiting to apply for approach permits until this was annexed into the city.
Okay, but right now they're wanting us to approve the approach permits or the approaches so that they can finish up their.
So if they want these approaches and want the county to approve it, they need to submit approach permits for each one of these to Public Works.
Okay.
And so they'll send it to us. And then what could happen is Shane could go and sign temporary on these. But then if in the meantime, it gets annexed into the city, the county will be out of the approaches
And
they'll have to resubmit to the city.
Okay. I think what they want is they want it to get to the next stage of their process that
Mhm.
they're having. to do.
I
So,
talked to a gal, I believe, from the surveying company,
Mhm.
and that's what we kind of discussed is if they submitted with us,
Okay,
then they could potentially have to resubmit with the city. So they'd be doing it twice. So she wanted to hold off until that was annexed out. So
okay.
something may have changed since our
I think
conversation,
you should
but
clarify with
I'll
them.
clarify it with Taylor. He
And
called
if
me
you-
today and wanted this, or he called me, Tuesday and wanted this on, so we can approve it so that they can get that process completed.
But
And
we
go from
can't
there.
approve it. It would have to be a
If we have
permit.
a permit.
Mhm. And so Jim Kaysen did have a conference call, and I believe Jessica was on it because I was gone out of town. And they talked about these approaches and told him that he would have to get approach permits through the county and how that
Okay.
would go. And when Monica Miller was down in planning and zoning, she even reiterated that to them. So
Okay,
they were aware to get them from the county. I don't know what happened.
okay.
You know, other than I just thought that they hadn't because they were waiting for the annex to go through.
So you
Okay.
probably could get clarity on whether they want to do this through the city or they want to go ahead and file for the permits and maybe get a temporary.
Okay, I'll do that.
And I
So
can
we go
email
ahead-
you up the approach permit so that way if he wants to continue through the county,
Okay,
if you want to send it to him, then he'll have it to fill out.
okay. Maybe we should just table this till next week.
Okay. Would you
Motion
move,
to table this till next week.
when we get more information
Yeah.
on it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
it was a little confusing there.
Yeah, it was.
This meeting is adjourned.
I was leaving.